All right, girls, next on the list is equivalent fractions. Now, equivalent fractions is really just a fancy way of saying fractions that are equal. They are of equal value. So, for example here, our 2 over 5 equals something over 10. Now, the reason why these would be equal is, you remember, think of our pizzas. That's going to be a little bit tricky. Let's rather do chocolate bars. Okay. So here's one chocolate bar, another chocolate bar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I'm going to do the same here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This time, I'm going to make it 10. Not a perfect drawing, but as long as they are both the same length, that's perfect. Right, so with my chocolate bars, okay, if I have 2/5 of a chocolate bar, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4 tenths of a chocolate bar, I've had the same amount of chocolate bar, because these little bars, even though it's on tenths, they are smaller. These bars are smaller than these. So 2/5 and 4/10 are equal. Now, how do I do that as a fraction? Well, I need to see when I do equivalent fractions, I've got 2 fractions on either side of my equal sign. And I need to look at the ones that I've got here. That's on both sides. The 2 is not going to help me at the moment because there's nothing that's equal. But these 2 can be equal. But I need to find out, well, what can I do to the 5 to make it 10? Because then when I know that, then I can see, well, what do I do to the 2 to make it my mystery number over here? So if I have a look, 5 times by 2 will give me 10. So I multiply it by 2. And what I do to the bottom, I do to the top. So 2 times 2 will then be 4. Okay, so that is my equivalent fraction. Now I might have a different one. Let's do 4/8 and is equal to 20. Let's do 24. So what do I do to the 8 to make it 24? Well, I times it by 3. What I do to the bottom, I do to the top. So 4 times 3 is 12. It makes sense because both of these are, if I had to simplify them, they would be a half. So there are my equivalent fractions. Here's another one, but this time we are going to do a little dividing. So if I have 6/8 is equal to what over 4? Well, I look at which fraction I have that is on both sides. In this case, it is my 8 and my 4. And what do I do to the 8 to make it a 4? Well, I need to divide. I'm dividing and I'm not timesing here because I need this numerator over here. I need this one, where the denominator here is same value, but it is the lower number. So that is why I'm dividing instead of multiplying. I can't times here. Okay, so there we go. So I divide by 2. And what I do to the bottom, I do to the top. So 8 divided by 2 is 4. So then 6 divided by 2 is 3. So my equivalent fraction is 3 over 4. All right, so we'll do one more example. And then we are done. Okay, so here we have 1 over 4 is equal to no. Okay. 5 over 20 is equal to 1 over what? So how do I make 5 into 1? I look here on either side of the equal sign. What do I have? I have a 5 and a 1. How do I now need to make the 5 into the 1 because I'm missing part of 1's fraction. So 5 divided by 5 will equal to 1. And what I do to the top, I also do to the bottom. It's a little balancing act between the two. So 20 divided by 5 is 4. So my equivalent fraction is 1 over 4. One more time. Let's do 11 over something is equal to 1 over 3. So now again, here at the top, I see that on both sides of the equal signs, I have these numbers. But how do I make this 1 into the 11? Because I need to do that. I need to multiply now because I'm missing part of 11's fraction. So how do I make 1 into 11? Well, I can multiply it by 11. So 1 times 11 is 11. And 3 times 11 is 33. Okay, so have fun practicing with your equivalent fractions, girls. Remember to do some examples in your books.